I'm going to show you a demonstration of trance induction. 3 in 1. Relaxation, counting, and history. How to combine these 3 techniques into one method to get a person into a deep, good trance as easily as possible. So, the first thing is relaxation. Relaxation is an indicator that the person is really going after your voice. They're really starting to feel more and more comfortable, more and more relaxed. Signs such as twitching of body parts, like shifting posture, are all indications that the person is really relaxing. And that's a good thing. The second is the bill. Counting is used by many psychotherapists, many hypnotherapists when inducing trance. It's the easiest way. It's usually counted in order from 1 to 10. And warn our dear man that counting to 10 will send him into an easy, comfortable trance. And this period from 1 to 10, while the counting is going on, he is relaxing, preparing for trance, for working in hypnosis. And the third is history. I include the story in trance in order that while we are doing the physics, while we are doing the body, at that moment the person occupies his consciousness with visual images, so that he does not get bored. When one is busy visualizing images, one's conscious succumbs more easily and is led more easily. That is, all the necessary suggestion, all the necessary work with the tasks with which a person came, it will be carried out much more effectively. Let's demonstrate this 3 in 1 targeting technique. So, I'm going to ask you to tell me if you have some goal or challenge that you'd like to accomplish that is troubling you right now. Yes, in a relationship. In a relationship. Very good. Can you voice it or keep it to yourself? I'll keep it to myself. Good. Try to visualize this goal or task that you would like to accomplish right now. I did. Good. Now try to get as comfortable as the environment allows you to be. You can cover your eyes. Sometimes I say you can keep them open, but there will be a separate video about that. And try to relax as much as these conditions allow. I'm gonna count from 1 to 10. And when I count to 10, you'll find yourself on a pleasant day in your life. This day is a happy day. And you've already been there. 1. Your arms relax even more. From fingertips to elbows. Good. 2. And I'll tell you the story of a little snail crawling along the shore. 3. Your feet relax even more. Good. 4. A snail crawled up the bank. And she was in no hurry. There were soothing waves all around. 5. Okay, your breathing is becoming even and deep. 6. The snail crawls so slowly, but so beautifully and gracefully that I wanted to relax even more. Aha. And your back relaxes even better. Good. 6. Aha. You feel your breathing become deep and calm. Latachka was crawling along the shore and saw a beautiful flower. It swayed slowly in the wind. Aha. Good. 7. And you feel a wave of relaxation go through your whole body. 8. This flower was slowly swaying in the wind. It's so beautiful, it's like the stars appeared in the sky. Even brighter. And some of them went out, some of them came back on. 8. Good. And your head relaxes even more. Good. That's fine. Latochka had a couple of girlfriends. They crawled with her. 9. And when they got together, they usually had a vacation. Just as your body is now resting fully and relaxed. Good. 10. I'm going to ask you to be in the very day, the very place where you felt maximum happiness, where you felt good. Aha, okay. If you find yourself there, let me know in any way you can, a nod of the head or swipe of the finger. Yeah, that's good. That's great. Stay in that state. Looking for the answer. Aha. After all, the happiest days are the most resourceful. And there's always something there that helps us in our regular lives. Even when those days pass, they remain in our memories and help us. Good. I will count from 10 to 1, and you will return to this room. 10. The snail crawls backwards back to the flower. 8. Her girlfriends walk along with her, taking their time. 7. And you feel a surge of energy enter your body. 6. And a strength returns to every cell in your body. 5. When I count to 1, you will find yourself here and now in good spirits, in a great mood. 4 snails, having taken their flower from a pleasant memory, carry it with them these days to help them. 'Just like you taking an important and needed resource, carry it with you these days to make it easier for you to tackle the task. Or it would have resolved itself. 2. Good. Everything's great. You're doing great, you're doing great. 2. And 1. At a comfortable pace, you can open your eyes and find yourself in the here and now. Aha. That kind of demonstration, we had a pointing technique. We didn't do the trance itself, I mean, we did. It literally took a few minutes, and I got it out right away. Next, you and I will look at how the structure of trance was built, and that, as you and I have said, in order to influence the psyche of a person, in order to help him solve his problem, or rather, to make the problem solve itself in his life. So, let's break down this technique. We did it in 3 different ways. The first is to relax the whole body. The second is the bill. And the third is history. Many therapists use only one technique, and I believe that this way does not allow a person to dive deeply and quickly as they could if they use 3 at once. So, relaxation. Why it's important? It is important that on a physical level the body is relaxed as much as possible. This will allow you to work with the person in the future. This shows that he is ready for good full-time work, and there will be results. Signs of relaxation. You and I have seen this model's fingers twitch, her posture change, and her legs move forward to maximize her relaxation. And the parts of the body that I called in the moment that relax, we saw them really relax. When we got to the 10th count to the head, and the head relaxed at that point. Here imagine that if we hadn't called the head at the end, it turns out that the head was still in tension. So your task as a psychotherapist, to go through all parts of the body, significant, extensive, large, in order to check whether the whole body is relaxed. Next, some therapists, when absolutely in no hurry to go anywhere and we have plenty of time, they don't take large body parts, but even smaller ones. For example, feet. It wasn't the legs that relaxed completely, it was the feet that relaxed. If you go even further, even deeper, the toes relaxed, the pinky toe on the left foot relaxed, the pinky toe on the right foot relaxed. I mean right down to the details. We can say it all. That's for sure. Also aids in visualization. If it is the person's first time or they are not quite experienced in trance inducing, they will find it interesting to imagine their fingers, and they will dive in. But if a person is experienced, and this method of guidance, he has already experienced many, many times, he will be very bored, and, most likely, it will not produce the proper effect on him, only if he is already on his own, out of habit, does not relax. So load the minds of experienced participants with visual images in the form of a story. Histories. I take any, but they are neutral. That is, working stories that allow us to work with the psyche, to correct it, to make some suggestion, self-hypnosis. We take the more colorful stories, they're interesting, they're fun to watch. It's interesting to go after the voice. Guidance stories are boring. They're what they should be, for a person to go through this trance in such a measured, bored, unhurried way. So some boring snail that's in no hurry to go anywhere, it crawls and crawls and crawls. And crawl again. That is, we are in absolutely no hurry to go anywhere, and a person, starting from a cutchai, his body relaxes by itself and goes into a deep trance by itself. So stories about snails, about dandelions, about butterflies, about clouds that fly in the sky, these are all phenomena that are smooth, slow, slow. And we accompany it, of course, by amplifying the effect with the voice. We stretch the words. And pause for long periods of time to enhance the effect of slowness. The story is boring. Notice, the snail was not involved in the blockbuster, it did not chase the tiger, nor did it take a piece of meat from him. The snail just crawled. She had a simple action. And the waves are rolling in. When we talk about waves, we can use this as a good metaphor, a wave of relaxation. Everyone knows that a wave of relaxation has arrived. So the wave metaphor is always a good one, always successful. And that snail crawling along the shore is good for us, too. And the score. We always count from 1 to 10 or 10 to 1. You can count in any order, but make such a note that if you induce trance and count from 1 to 10, then take a person out of trance will need, respectively, vice versa, from 10 to 1. When you start counting from 1 to 10, you have to let the person know right at the start, and what's going to happen when the count is over, where they need to be, and what's going to happen. In order that while counting it consciously and unconsciously is already being tuned in. We gave him time, told him that when I counted to 10. So we've clearly defined this time period. Long, I believe, or fast. This is the kind of segment for a person to relax and be already in a trance. So as we bring things closer and closer to the right number, we are reminded of the goal. What does a person need to do? Find yourself in a pleasant memory, the happiest day of your life. That's how in this demonstration we used. Likewise, when the opposite is true, we take it out. And when I count from 10 to 1, you'll be in the here and now. And we're going, counting. Exactly the same. There's a parallel story going on. And unlike in the case where by inducing trance we relax the person, bringing him out of trance, on the contrary, we energize the person, suggest to him that all problems are solved by themselves, so that he trusts his intuition, so that he trusts his unconscious mind, so that he does not suffer cyclically from his problem, so that he lets it go, and thus the problem is usually solved very quickly and effectively. And our task when coming out of trance is to give this information to a person, to inspire him that he gets strength, that he becomes energized, and that the task is solved by itself. Note the timbre and tempo of the voice. In the beginning, when we were relaxing the person about the snail, we spoke in a calm, unhurried voice. And at the end, when we energize it, we already speak louder, faster, and more clearly. Your body fills with energy, strength comes to you. You have new goals, desires, and your goals fulfill themselves. That is such a clear, directive pace and timbre of voice. And so you and I have done this technique. It was a pointing and deducing thing. And everything that we have going on inside is a limitless imagination, limitless possibilities, limitless tools that psychotherapists from all over the world have been exploring for as long as humanity has existed. And that's why we are here at our hypnosis school, to study, practice, and help people.